It's the second round of the Western Conference Playoffs. Game 3 on the way on EA Sports. We're at Talking Stick Resort Arena in downtown Phoenix. Tonight, it's the Phoenix Suns taking on the Dallas Mavericks. Hello again, everyone. With Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, as we focus on the Mavericks coming into play, they held their ground in the first 2 games at their place. Now the test begins as they take the 2-0 lead on the road.
And you know, the first 2 games held the form, but now the series shifts. So this crowd is going to need to give them everything they can for an advantage. Even though this isn't a must-win, they need to play like it is because you don't want to be down 3-0.
Doncic to Dinwiddie. Here comes the screen. Gets it in the right corner. Hardaway to Luka Doncic. Lets it fly from long range. Doncic showing why the Mavs traded up to get him.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
To Paul. Has a chance. Ooh, Chris Paul. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Dallas has it. To Hardaway. Around the perimeter. Five on the shot clock for the Mavs. Fires the 3. He made his first effort, but not that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
The pass set it all up.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Hardaway to Luka Doncic. Gets a shot up off the mark. Paul across the timeline. Leads 3 to Booker. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Doncic to Hardaway. To Luka Doncic. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's good.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Booker. Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Baseline drive. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Hardaway to Luka Doncic. Here comes the screen. Oh, he's denied. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. Hardaway to Luka Doncic. Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Mavericks with the possession. A pass stolen by Phoenix. Mikal Bridges. To Booker. Had a good look there, but it's no good.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Paul, his first effort, off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Count it.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Mavericks with the basketball. Surveys the floor. He connects off the step back.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Paul into the front court. Right now, 12 all. Dwight Powell with the block. And that'll get out of bounds off one of the Mavericks. Time to shuffle things up. JaVale McGee. To Paul. The jumper's off the mark. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To Luka Doncic. Goes to the left side. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Hayden. Drives, but a shot won't go down.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Free throw up and good. And the three-point play puts them up early in this one. And count the basket.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
To Luka Doncic. Just off the mark.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. To Hardaway. Has a look. Knocks it down off the step back.
Here's what's brilliant about Luka Doncic. Everybody thinks that you need to be fast or be able to ISO somebody and create your own shot with your speed or your athleticism or your explosiveness. That is not the case. Doncic is 6'8", 230 pounds. Put that smaller guard on your hip, post him up, walk him down, shoot shots over the top. If you have an uncanny style of play, that game can reward you a ton in this league.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Doncic to Hardaway. Short jumper won't fall.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Doncic. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Suns. The shot.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Paul. Short jumper won't go down.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
To Luka Doncic. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
When you're a EuroLeague MVP at the age of 19, let me break down why your game is perfectly suited at the PG spot to be a dominant one in the league. Because Luka Doncic is a technician offensively. In any screen and roll opportunity, he makes the simple read. He's not the most dynamic player offensively. He doesn't have Ben Simmons' athleticism. But what he does have is Rajon Rondo vision mixed with a jump shot where he can beat you any and every way he wants to.
To Luka Doncic. 5 seconds to shoot. Gets a look. Can't hit. DeAndre Ayton. Oh, good defense there as the Mavs take it away. Bullock guarded by CP3. To Luka Doncic. Here comes the screen. Doncic. Sent it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Stuffs it down with authority.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
To Luka Doncic. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Elfrid Payton at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Numbers not in his favor. 61% for his career. The free throw, good. Cashes in on the three-point play. The lead now stands at 10. Here's Barea. Looking to make something happen. To Lee. Barea against Chris Paul. Knocked loose. Taken by the Suns. Driving right to the basket. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. And scores on the step back. Deep three at the buzzer. That's the end of one here in game number 3. Jay and I return in a moment. You're tuned into the Western Conference semifinals on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Here's Barea, down 8. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Deep left corner. Brunson. For 3. Can't connect. It's no good. The follow won't go either. Takes it coast to coast and the strong finish at the rim. Jay, we're seeing more of the same to start the second.
It's called settle for more. Just because a defender gives you space doesn't mean that you need to take the jump shot. Keep attacking the rim. It will open up eventually.
Devin Booker with a piece. That's his 3rd block this evening. Mikal Bridges with the strong finish. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Dallas with the possession. Brunson. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Into the front court. It's Booker. Lead is 12. Oh, I missed a short one there. Lee with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Booker to Paul. Trying to cash in. Add 2 points to the board.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Suns.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
To Mikal Bridges. They'll get it down to Booker. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
It's the Mavericks right now at the controls. Brunson. Cashes in for 2.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Mikal Bridges. They get it down to Paul. Off the assist. When you look at playmakers from the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Down low for Powell. And the rebound belongs to Phoenix. Paul into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Cruises inside for 2.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Barea against Chris Paul. Knocked loose. Short jumper stays out.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Trey Burke matched up with Paul. To Brunson. From long range, it's good. And the foul. And he's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
But did you see on that three-point shot, did you see him slightly kick his legs out? By kicking his legs out, the defender runs into the legs. There's contact. That's how you get a 4-point play potentially.
Convert the free throw. Booker with it. His guy's up by 15. Paul. Not that time. Dallas owns the basketball. Brunson. A pass stolen by Phoenix.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
McGee powers it through. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Brunson to Dinwiddie. JaVale knocked it away.
Oh, some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Hardaway. Dallas with 4 to shoot. To Luka Doncic. Jumper's good.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally reacting?
Paul, down for McGee. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. To Hardaway. The drive, right to the basket. Took it down the lane, but it's no good. To Paul. JaVale McGee. It's Paul for 2. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready. Dinwiddie guarded by CP3. Tim Hardaway Jr. 3 for 6 now.
Oh, he buckled his knees so bad, it didn't matter if he scored or not. That's a win for the internet.
Into the front court, it's Booker. The lead is 15. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Phoenix has the ball. Mikal Bridges. To Paul. And the rebound taken in by Dallas. Short jumper off the mark.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Can't connect from in close. To Dinwiddie. And he'll head to the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Knocks down the first. And he makes them both. It's Phoenix ball. Booker to Mikal Bridges. DeAndre Ayton to Booker. Knocks it down off the step back. Hardaway to Luka Doncic. Won't go down. Dwight Powell swats it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Too much time. Tim Hardaway Jr., he buries the wide open three.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Mikal Bridges. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot by McGee, no good. Dinwiddie with the basketball. Down 12 to Luka Doncic. Hardaway to Luka Doncic. Going to launch beyond the arc. Knocks it down. And Jay, so much better to get that shot beyond the arc than inside 22 feet.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Booker. Dinwiddie into the front court. 9-point margin. To Hardaway. Doncic to Hardaway. Won't go.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Booker. To Mikal Bridges. Able to convert inside. Dallas has it. To Luka Doncic. Missed a wide open look. Mikal Bridges to Booker. Mikal Bridges to Booker. They get it down to Paul. Has a chance. The shot almost. That's no good.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Paul with it up top. The lead is 11. JaVale McGee. To Booker. JaVale McGee. Chance for Chris Paul. It's good.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Deep three at the buzzer. So the two teams will head to the locker room as we reach the break here in game number 3. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Suns will start the second half with a decent lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scorers to the Phoenix Suns. The Mavericks are in need of some changes at the half. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. These are the guys getting buckets for the Dallas Mavericks.
Game track. Assists.
The Dallas Mavericks are struggling to move the ball and create good looks for each other. What makes it worse is their opponent isn't having nearly the same problem.
Player of the half.
Ayton has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Mavericks with the possession. Hardaway to Dinwiddie. Taken by the Suns. To Paul. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Picked up by the Suns. Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs a guard on the next play down the court.
Hardaway to Luka Doncic. To Dinwiddie. Short jumper off the mark. Booker with it. His guys leading by 14. Paul to Mikal Bridges. Nice finish at the rim.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Screen coming. Hardaway to Luka Doncic. Here's a chance from long range. He has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
Paul. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Has a look. McGee's shot misses.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
And look out.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Mavericks with the basketball. Hardaway to Luka Doncic. Nothing going here on that drive. Hardaway to Luka Doncic. Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go. To Booker. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose, but really good habits to gain.
First one, count it. Two for two on that trip. Here comes the screen. Has a chance. Wide open look. Won't go. DeAndre Ayton to Booker. 4-3. Not that time. And a putback slam.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Hardaway to Luka Doncic. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper misses. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that
The
battle.
NBA
But if the
playoffs
defense keeps up that kind of
2022
pressure,
round
good
games and
things are bound
highlights
to
will
happen.
be coming up next on the Inspiriverse
McGee
Network
to
channel.
Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
JaVale McGee sends it away.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Dallas with the possession. Sizing up the defense. Hardaway to Luka Doncic. 5 on the shot clock for the Mavs. Doncic gets it in the left corner. Hardaway buries it on the catch and shoot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Mikal Bridges. Here's Barea. Down a bundle. No, the Suns come up with the steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Hardaway to Luka Doncic. Here comes the screen. Hardaway to Luka Doncic. Fires the three. Luka Doncic, marked man. Shot altered and no good.
And big-time
The
coaching
NBA
strategy by the
playoffs
staff right there,
2022
utilizing their
round
bench,
game
keeping
3
fresh
matchup
legs on
will
that
be
shooter
coming up next.
consistently
Seed
throughout
2
the course of the
Memphis
game.
Grizzlies, Seed 3 Golden State Warriors.
It's the Mavericks right now at the controls. To Hardaway. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
That is great vision to set it up. McGee powers it through.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
To Hardaway. Doncic to Hardaway. Has a look. The big man, Ayton, with the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other.
The NBA
And that kind of
playoffs
communication,
2022 round game 3 matchup will be coming up next. Seed 3 Milwaukee Bucks, Seed 2 Boston
Chance
Celtics.
for Paul. Can't connect.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Hardaway to Luka Doncic. Knocked loose. Hardaway had made his first three, but that shot off the mark.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Mikal Bridges. Deep left corner. To Paul. Not that time.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Doncic to Hardaway. It's Ayton with the rebound. Mikal Bridges. And the finish. Slam dunk.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
The NBA playoffs 2022 round game 4 matchup will be coming up next. Seed 4 Philadelphia 76ers, Seed 1 Miami
might
Heat.
want to adjust here. That's his fourth block of the evening.
Knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
It's Suns ball. Mikal Bridges. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Here comes the screen. Throws it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Mikal Bridges. Here comes the screen. Mikal Bridges. Five on the shot clock for Phoenix. Shot by McGee, no good. Here's Barea. His guys down big. A pass stolen by Phoenix. Elfrid Payton, good touch.
This just blows my mind. The lane was so open. It almost looks like the offense is trying to make the layup even more difficult than what it was. They look bored out there.
A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go. JaVale McGee. Here comes the screen. Baseline drive. It's rebounded by the Mavericks. Here's Barea. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. Tough make through traffic.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Payton. To Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges with the strong finish.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Knocked loose. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. So the Mavericks will keep the possession. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Doncic. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
JaVale McGee. He's got 2 shots coming. History not on his side. 58% from the line. And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Dallas owns the basketball. A pass stolen by Phoenix. Knocks it down from mid-range. Deep 3 at the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Suns lead it big. It'll be Suns basketball as we begin the fourth quarter, and it might be time to empty the bench, Jay. This game appears to be well in hand.
And their starting 5 has certainly earned the fourth quarter off. They've been terrific this ball game. And this is the type of game where you find a chance to relax. You ice up, you watch your other teammates play, you applaud them, and you get ready for the next game.
Screen coming. Paul. And he buries it. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. DeAndre Ayton to Paul. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Doncic. Trying to cash in. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. Paul to Booker. JaVale McGee to Paul. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Shot clock violation. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Barea guarded by CP3. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Payton to Mikal Bridges. Beyond the arc for 3. Can't go down. Smothering defense. The follow won't go either. Here's Barea. Looking to make something happen. Into the front court. It's Booker. His guys holding the big lead. Good. Off a spin.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Here comes the screen. To Luka Doncic. 5 on the shot clock for the Mavs. Berg shot off the mark.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
To Luka Doncic. Has a chance, and the finish. Jay, that was unguardable.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Paul. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
To Luka Doncic. Dallas with 4 to shoot. Here comes the screen. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Now Paul with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. DeAndre Ayton to Payton. And a nice finish at the rim.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
The Mavericks signal for timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the 4th quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. The screen sets him up for two.
Bread and butter, and there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Mikal Bridges to Payton. Tim Hardaway able to recover with the block. Fourth this contest.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Booker with it. He'll run the offense. Mavs have it. Hardaway. Knocked loose. Taken by the Suns. DeAndre Ayton to Booker. Here comes the screen. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Nice pass to set things up.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Screen coming. Doncic gets it in the left corner. To Hardaway. Driving right to the basket. Nearing impossible. No getting through.
5, Ed. That's 5 blocks tonight.
Mikal Bridges to Booker. Payton. Short jumper stays out.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Doncic. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal. Shot from the lane won't go. To Hardaway. Picked up by the Suns. To Payton. Had a chance, but it's no good. Doncic. A pass stolen by Phoenix. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Now a whistle. We'll get a timeout from Phoenix as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Paul. He connects, had all the time in the world. Too easy.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
Doncic to Hardaway. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Hardaway to Luka Doncic. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Not done yet. Oh, blocked away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Payton to Mikal Bridges. Dwight Powell. Snatch. Blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Time for some new personnel into the game. Booker to Paul. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Ball in the basket, but a shot won't go.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the...
Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air. Wow.
Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Me neither. Here's CP3. It's no good. Great defense. To Dinwiddie. JaVale McGee rejects it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Mikal Bridges. And a putback slam.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's diddly.
Dallas has it. To Dinwiddie. Hardaway to Dinwiddie. Hardaway. Off the iron. No good. DeAndre Ayton to Mikal Bridges. Off the assist.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
5 on the shot clock for the Mavs. Lets it fly from long range. He's had a good shooting performance, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
Yeah, no one else pretty much helped out. As a coach, I will be irate that nobody helped pick up the slack. Look, one man can never beat 5.
Mikal Bridges to Booker. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. On the drive, it's Paul, but his shot stays out. Hardaway. That misses with 3 seconds left. It's the Suns with the victory. They've taken a commanding lead in this best-of-7 series. 3 games to none. 1 victory left. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Suns dominated this game from beginning to end. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Phoenix Suns. The Mavericks lost this game long before the final buzzer. And every team in this league loses games. You just don't want to lose them like this. I can already see a players-only meeting in their future. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Dallas Mavericks.
Game track. Defense. Player of the game.
Ayton seemed to think he could only score points with dunks in this game. Again and again. He kept throwing them down, and it was just astonishing.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose, signing out.